Alright, it has been a few weeks since I've done a postdoc video update. Things have been pretty busy. We had the AECT International Conference a couple weeks ago, which kept me more than busy. So I'll kind of start there. This is my first conference that I've attended while being a postdoc. I had 4 presentations, 3 research presentations and 1 roundtable. And I gotta say, it's different. Everything was virtual this year, so obviously that comes with its limitations. And being an early career postdoc, I think the thing that I missed the most was the ability to do some more meaningful networking, of trying to talk to people and see what's going on in the field, where I can broaden in some of my research collaborations and see what the job market is like. So it was a little difficult to do some of that stuff. But I did manage to make some great connections as well, especially while giving my research presentation. Something I did notice was that my sessions seems to be more widely attended, with the exception of the roundtable, and I think that was great. And so I was able to get some really interesting feedback and some conversations that continue through email because of that. So I look forward to seeing how those potential collaborations continue to develop. Since then, I've been primarily working on doing EEG research. This is completely brand new to me. It's something I've been interested in for a couple of years, but I've been unable to do it until I've been here at the University of Connecticut, and it just completely blows my mind. I don't know what I'm looking at half the time. I got this really low-end EEG device, which is a kind of a get it into the classroom affordable device from Backyard Brains, which works with got this Arduino setup, um, and it's kind of like basically you can collect not only EEG data, but electrical muscle data as well, and do a variety of science experiments. So it's been a good way of getting started and seeing what is possible, and they actually have a pretty dynamic analysis software suite to go with it. But I've also got a high-grade portable EEG device through Innovio with 32 channels, and it's a lot. I'm learning a lot about what these electrical impulses from the brain mean, and what the different kind of like wave frequencies and what the relationships are to cognitive load and how your body is responding to various stimuli. So I'm basically learning like a whole new field. The cognitive neuroscience approach to my research, I think, is going to be really interesting, and I'm already looking at ways that I can combine using these EEG devices with my interest in research and development, especially some of this virtual reality um, research, and currently working with Ito here at the University of Connecticut on a VR classroom that we're going to be prototyping and building out, and then requesting funding for through a variety of grant agencies. So I'm excited to see what that looks like and how I can examine the nature of human to computer interactions that take place through an EEG, and how I can triangulate that with eye tracking and visual video analysis and other kinds of probes. So that's definitely keeping me busy, and I have to say it's been probably a little too humbling. As I No one tells you that once you finish your PhD that there's going to be these moments where you feel completely and utterly stupid. And as I began exploring into this EEG stuff, that's kind of how I have felt. But that's okay. That's part of the process, and I think that's what a postdoc is supposed to do. So if you end up feeling like that while going through your own postdoc, or even as an early career assistant professor, I think that's probably okay. Also getting to spend a lot of time in Matlab, and have been exploring EEG analysis through Matlabs and their EEG Lab plugin, so that's been really interesting. A lot of the analyses that I've done up to this point have been more qualitative in nature, or they have been more, the quantitative style analyses have been more like with validated measures that have their own set style of analysis and calculations that go with it. So it's been interesting to be in MATLAB and to be conducting all these different calculations and kind of revisiting some of that quantitative stuff that I learned early in my doctorate program. Then lastly, what I've been working on is I'm still continuing to do some Unity development, and I'm refining my skills around kind of this artificial intelligence and intelligent agent style development. And I'm seeing all these opportunities that I wish I had time during my PhD program to explore this more, but I was trying to rapidly prototype these interventions that I could do my research on that I did not have time to go into the rabbit hole that was AI for the virtual assets. But it's really fascinating, and I'm learning a lot, and I can't wait to get to a place where I can actually put this into practice and see how I can make these adaptive environments and how I can make assets respond to one another and the users. So that's something that I'm looking forward to doing, and I might be able to get that experience while working on this VR classroom here at the University of Connecticut. I've also been invited to do a lot of guest lectures recently, which is kind of cool. I've been stepping into a lot of classes and being able to talk about my research in a less stressful environment. It's nice to be back in a classroom. I haven't been able to teach for a couple of years now, and I'm wanting to get back in there and do that. So it's been nice to get in front of students, be able to talk about things. And I had a student in a class that I guest lectured in ask me how old I was, which I thought was kind of odd. And when I told her I was 30, she said, "Wow, that's really impressive that you've done this much by the time you're 30," which I guess that felt good. Um, Weird validation right there. So I'm trying to get back in the classroom, and I've been doing these guest lectures, and next week I have a seminar and panel that I've been invited to at the University of Cincinnati to give a talk on what it's like to pursue jobs in the field of academia. So that will be interesting. And I've made a couple of videos about my experiences seeking out jobs in the field, so maybe that will be of use for someone. So anyways, that's all I've got for now. I'm wrapping things up for the week, and I will probably give another update next week. Thanks for watching.